This video is going to be very interesting and eye-opening for you. So watch this video till the end. Hey everyone, this is Anuj Vohra, and in this video I will discuss why you should be starting investing in stock market crash. But before starting the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and do like the video. So whenever I upload a new video like this, you will get notified. More than 90% of investors do not prefer to invest in the time when stock market crashes. But the legendary investor Warren Buffett says that stock market crash is the best time to invest. And here I have the proof that why if you invest in stock market crash, you will get amazing returns. So now let's start learning. Here I have data from a person who have started investing in SIP during 2008 stock market crash. This way you will easily understand why investing during stock market crash is the best thing to do, and we should not be worried about financial loss. So let's understand data. But before showing you the image, I would like to tell you that this image is based on 27th April 2020, and this is the time when market is 15 to 20% down. The Sensex is right now at around 31,000. So now let's look at the data and understand why you should be start investing as early as possible during this stock market crash. Here you can see the SIP. The first installment was started on 19th June 2008. We can clearly see the amount column where the amount is 3,000. There is no option of dividend reinvestment, so it is completely blank. We can see the NAV that varies from stock market crash. The NAV is NAV and number of units, and the rest of the portion are the very much important things that you need to understand in this video. So the SIP was started on the month of June in 2008, where the NAV was 343.15 and the number of units acquired was 8.74, and the value of that 3,000 rupees is now today is 7,900. From the next month you can clearly see the declining in the NAV. In the month of July in 2008, the NAV is 306, and we can clearly see if the NAV is going down, and if we stay invested for long run, there is a high return. We get more returns than in the month of June because we have invested at lower price. Then continuously we can see volatility. Here we can clearly see that 18th of March 2009, where the NAV was only 200 rupees. So we started from 343 rupees, 3,000 rupees of SIP, and now it is almost 200 rupees, right? So here most investors worry that they are losing their money. They are making loss, but eventually it will be helpful in the long run if you stay invested. And here is how. If we look at the current NAV, number of units, current NAV and current value, you can clearly see that if you stay invested for long run, it will be a very helpful, and it will create fortune for you easily. So now let's take the worst case scenario, that is March 2009. So the value of 3,000 invested in March 2009 is 13,577. So we can clearly see it is more than four times. Why? Because we have invested at the lower peak. Now let me explain why we saw a massive return on the month of March installment, right? So now let us look at the data of Sensex in 2009. If we look at here that on the 13th March 2009, Sensex was at all-time low. From the 21,000 up, from around 21,000, it was crashed to the 8,756 points. So that is the primary reason our NAV was at 200 rupees. When we started, our NAV was 343. So now let's back to the let's look at the data and understand what happened after that period. So if we look at the data, that in the month of March in 2009, we have invested 3,000 rupees. We get 14.96 unit. If we compare with other months, there is a much higher, because the NAV is low and we get higher units, and that is why we get better returns. That's the simple philosophy. In the next month, that is April 2009, the NAV was 43 rupees higher, so we got less units, and that is why eventually we got lesser returns. So the key thing we need to learn is, if we invest at the lowest peak, we get a lot benefit in the long run. This is what the benefit of long-term investing, and especially systematic investment plan, where we get the benefit of ups and downs in the stock market. So now let's look back and take the and understand the data. Now here, if we look at the data from here, it start dropping and we start investing from here. So for 10 to 12 months, the NAV was continuously dropping down, and then it sparks again and it started going up. So that is why we need to understand that if we stay invested in the long run, the market eventually goes up, and that is the fundamental philosophy of investment. Now let's look back and understand further more details. Many of you may think that starting SIP at the NAV of 300 and 343 might be very expensive, but we can clearly see that the money is doubled, even if the stock market is right now 20 to 25% down. So this is what we as investors need to understand, that when the market goes down, we do not need to worry. In fact, we should invest more and we should stay invested at least. These data includes of 19 months where we all faced a stock market crash. But if we look at the data closely, the NAV increased rapidly after the period of March. That was the all-time low of Sensex. So from 200, it is now 243, now 306, 324, and so on. So this is what we need to understand before thinking that we should not start SIP in current period. Feel free to take a screenshot if you further need to understand, and if you want to invest, you can start investing. I will put a link description below. It is very necessary to take advantage of stock market crash. What is your opinion of this data? Do share your comments in the comment section, and do share with your friends so that they can also know that why investing during the stock market crash is very, very important. And in order to create wealth, if we purchased at a lower price, it would be helpful for you to create wealth faster in the long run. That is a simple thing, that if you purchase at a lower price and it definitely goes higher in the long run, so we get benefit. I hope you like this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.